It's a great day to be in real estate. This is Duanebeisner, sales manager and sales representative for ERA. For my quote of the day, the author is unknown, but the quote is, "The whole inspiration of our life as a nation flows out from the waving folds of this banner." And that's in honor of Flag Day today. For my joke of the day, a cannibal chief invited over another cannibal chief from a different tribe for dinner. They sat down and ate the best meat. After dinner, the visiting cannibal chief said, "Wow, that was good. Your wife makes the best meat." Then the other cannibal chief said, "Yeah, and I'm going to miss her." So for the business tip of the day, the best sales training you'll ever get is when you are associated with a bunch of high energy, commissioned salespeople who are supervised by a powerful mover and shaker. Think about it. And now for the Darwin Award of the day. An embarrassed and seriously injured 17-year-old initially claimed that an explosive had been planted in his backpack by persons unknown. However, the police investigators soon got the truth from the teen. He had found an M80 explosive at his grandmother's house, took it to his room to examine it, and began to repeatedly light and extinguish the fuse. During one of these cycles, the fuse would not go out, so he jammed the red cardboard tube between his thighs and covered it with his hands to muffle the explosion. The plan was less than successful. They're not safe enough to be detonated by the average man on the average street, let alone by a 17-year-old. One loud kaboom later, our junior pyrotechnic specialist had lost his right hand, right leg, and very likely his right to reproduce, earning him the Living Darwin Award. And now for social commentary. This one is on selling lessons learned from John Wooden. Wooden, as you know, was an amazing coach with over 41% overall winning average, including 88 consecutive victories. Just think if you closed 80% of your opportunities that came your way. His principles of success drove his life, and those lessons transferred over to everything that he did, including his coaching. So here are a few of the teachings that we can take to learn from for our business. Number one, it's all about the fundamentals. I'm not going to be talking to you about winning or losing, he said, because I think that's a byproduct of our preparation. I would much rather be focused on the process of becoming the best team we're capable of becoming. Practicing the fundamentals of our business, the simple act of how we answer our phone, prospecting, studying our programs, products, changes in the industry, etc. Taking the time daily practicing the fundamentals will allow us to become masters of our profession. Number two, build the best teams. Whether you are part of a team or you are a one-man self-employed business owner, it's important to surround yourself with the best people and those skilled in their area of expertise. Number three, failure to prepare is preparing to fail. Before going to any appointment, meeting, or opportunity, you need to gather as much information about the situation as possible. The big thing that Coach Wooden preached regarding this point was that his teams focused on themselves and to do what they did best. Number four, don't mistake activity with achievement. So many of us spend too much time on the computer, returning emails, wasting time on the phone, chasing dead leads, working on what's immediate as opposed to what is truly the important activities that will give us the return of our time, talent, and treasures. Number five, make your yes mean yes. Be a person of integrity. When you say you're going to do something, do it. Stand up and become accountable for your actions. Number six, take account of your personal image. You only have one chance for first impression. When I interview loan officers, one of the first things, actually this is the person that wrote this article, one of the first things he does is look at their shoes to see if they're clean and polished. He understands it sounds silly, but it seems important to him to have his reps look their best. Clients can now Google your name before they hire you. What will they find about you and the personal brand that you have created for yourself? Number seven, be true to yourself and follow your dreams. If you don't have goals, then you're fulfilling somebody else's goals. Take time to write down your goals and actions to complete them. 93% of those who write out their goals and dreams will complete them. Make that your action plan for this week, that you'll block out the time and write out or review your goals and look for the gaps that are keeping you from fulfilling your desires, and make a commitment to yourself that you will get these items done. That's it for those John Wooden lessons. We thank him for the great life lessons that he left us with. For real estate news, some recovery in the labor market and record low mortgage rates could help offset some of the pressures on the housing market, according to a new study released by the Joint Center for Housing Studies at Harvard University. quote unquote. Right now, economists expect the unemployment rate to stay high, but if employment growth surprises on the upside or downside, housing numbers could also move that way, said Eric Blensky, executive director of that center. Homeowners' levels of debt relative to equity stood at a record 163% at the beginning of this year, and housing costs have become a severe burden for more borrowers, the center adds. This source of this was from Reuters News Service. FBI renews push to end mortgage fraud. The FBI said that it will renew its efforts to end mortgage fraud. A spokesman said last week that the FBI anticipates arresting hundreds in crackdowns scheduled over the coming weeks. Offenses agents expect to find range from schemes that encourage borrowers to lie about their incomes to scams that rely on falsifying foreclosure information. The FBI has set up 23 fraud task force across the United States to carry out this anticipated sweep. Source of that was from Financial Times. I want to say this once again. Remember, this market is the best buyer's market you and I will ever see in our lifetime. If you or anyone you know is thinking about buying, then do so now. If you know anybody who's looking to buy a home or sell a home anywhere in the world, let us know. At ERA, we're global and we can help. If you're looking to make a move to real estate as a career, then shoot me an email or give me a call. This is Duane signing off. Happy trails to you. As always, proud to be an American. Thank you for listening.